So if y'all know anything, let me know. See it yet? There we go. Hope it works. Oh, wrong way, huh? But yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out there, folks.
Well, this one says the AC condenser on a 2013 Ram 3500 diesel is typically located in front of the radiator and between the radiator and the front bumper.
Okay. That's a condenser. That's a condenser here, though. Transmission cooler, an AC condenser, and there's a radiator. Here, all this is a big one.
Is the AC condenser?
AC condenser, yeah, it should be that one in the middle. This front one is a transmission. That's when they come touching the big one. That's yours. Should be lines on this side only. Yeah, all lines are.
Because your low end's on the condenser, right?
Yeah. And his plugins, hell, this might be different than these older ones. Hey, look. See how there's different sizes?
Mm-hmm.
See, the high end's bigger, but high end's a lot bigger than that. These are the same size. That's why I looked at one when I first saw it. What the hell? I just want to check the son of a bitch. That's what I want to do. If I can hook up my high end low at the same time, I can read my gauges. I've never done this before in this truck. This is the first time I ever did this bullshit. I was gonna do something quick. I was gonna do the first thing first. Hey, what's up? Congrats on the affiliation. Hell yeah, Twitch Buttercup. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Big old mighty. I'm spending all my points. But yeah, thank you for the affiliation. Heck yeah. Did it show up on your end, or are you just kind of like seeing it or whatever? Or heck yeah, though, I appreciate it. It's awesome. Took me a little bit to get it, but now I can go ahead and do my little live streams now on Twitch, since I got everything going and good now. Big Mighty Minnow, right? What's up, man? I see you have a subscription button and everything. Hell yeah. PXL Vibe. What's up? How are you? Yes. Yeah, I have. I got my first subscriber a few days ago, my very first one. Heck yeah, Lord. Yeah, my AC is. Yeah, my AC is getting a little warm. I was trying to check it, but I can't figure out these damn where the high and low is. Let's go. Love to see it. Good job, man. Hell yeah, Twitch Buttercup. We need. I need to figure out how to do like raids and how to stream together. That's what I need to figure out next. So, if you're willing to stream and do raids or with you or however it works, whatever, I'll look. You can like let me know or show me how to do it or whatnot. I would sure appreciate it. And I think the video, I'll teach you how to do it this weekend. Cool. Heck yeah. I played my first tournament on Fortnite Sunday. We got like 453rd place out of like what 9,000 or 10,000 teams or some shit. which was my first tournament. Though. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I can look at the. I got a dummy gauge over there. I can hook up to it, but I don't like those dummy gauges. Ready or not, here I come. But I'm gonna do the first thing first, the simple stuff. I'm gonna get my multimeter out and do all the testing first. Check all my fuses. And once I check all my fuses, then I want to like I said, I mean, I don't know. Did I hear that? The beeping noise? When you touch each of your fuses on both sides, it'll make that noise. That means you got good connection. That means your fuses are good. That looks pretty loud, ain't it? So far, so good. Bonnie. PXLVYBE. Hi, what's up? Put that thing in right? to test. You know, those big ones that have like five prongs or something. I don't know how to test those. Unless y'all know how to test them. Can't use a multimeter on those big ones. You know, they have like 5 little, prongs. Like a relay and stuff. How many views do you have? I hear he has a bunch, doesn't he? Yeah, he has a bunch of views, doesn't he? He's talking and shit. How many views do you have?
No, that's a coming. His condenser, the bottom of his condenser is located up under the fucking passenger floorboard. Up under there, that's the bottom part of the condenser.
Well, my truck here, there needs to be cleaned because ain't no fucking cabin filter. I guarantee it, condenser's blocked mine. I guarantee it is. Guarantee, guys, huh?
I hope you guys are all having a phenomenal day. Easy out.
Well, did you check your pressure, your AC pressure switch too?
The purpose of the AC pressure switch is to act as a safety mechanism. If
That's what that is, right?
refrigerant pressure getting too high or too low, it will shut off the compressor to avoid damaging it. The best way to locate the pressure switch is to follow the AC lines. The low pressure switch will be on the
This
larger
right
line,
here will
while
be.
the high pressure switch will be
Kind
on
of
the
like
smaller
dying and
line.
stuff in there.
And the location can vary between cars. So here's some common locations of the pressure switch. The first symptom of a bad AC pressure switch is having your check engine light on. If you have a faulty pressure switch, these codes may pop up. Now you can scan these codes by going to the parts store near you, and they'll most likely do it for free. Or you can buy the scanner that I have that's worth it, link in the description below. You can still have a faulty pressure switch with no check engine light, so let's move on to the next symptom. The second symptom is noticing the compressor not turning on.
Here, watch.
The clutch not engaging at all.
This what the.
Turn on and off the compressor. Therefore, if the AC pressure switch is malfunctioning, the clutch won't engage, preventing the compressor from pumping refrigerant throughout the
Is that Chris, Mr. Fix It, dude?
Uh,
That Chris, Mr. Fix It, whatever.
I don't know. I didn't even look.
Oh, something like that. How's it going there, PXBYBE? How are you? You know anything about AC units? over here. Y'all know anything about ACs on a diesel truck, a newer one? low. Yeah.
Your compressor's kicking on and off quite a bit though, so you might be low. That's all the way down to 10 now. That's all the way down to 10. Now we're going to lower it. Down on 5. I think it might be 3 on start.
You have to do it.
Alright.
Why don't you do it? Like, AC, like, say, hear a squeaking noise? Yeah.
Now that belt's squeaking.
I have a new bell. I was going to put it on. But I went for that one to mess up on. Here we go. Look, now, we're still setting 2.9, and it's on one. It's going to be the 50,000 now. It's going to run the one. But, you got to get it on that. I'll put it in the truck. Here's another one. It tells you the temperature inside and outside. If it goes inside, you clamp it on your AC vent. It'll tell you the temperature inside and outside. That's what it looks like, guys, up there. Comes in handy, I promise.
That thing ain't even going over 10 now. About 80 degrees. About 85.
Still there, PXLVYBE. Still there? Oh, TikTok. What's up, guys? Sophia, Andrew, not hyper user. What up? What up? What up? Motherfucker.
Watch this fucking grandpa here. What's going on?
Kinda rob me.
Look, grandpa said, I don't think so, motherfucker.
holding good temperature. But they don't have a what you call it, cabin filter. See, that has cabin filters. These do. That don't have one. Has a door sock for one, but you got to cut it out and modify it. You put a filter
They
in.
don't use the cabin filter?
You know, you can look it up. You can see where it goes, but it's not one.
Did you ever get the brush hog at this place yet?
Oh, it's up here. No. His neighbor
Oh, still have problems with the neighbor?
or something, bitching or something.
Having that property line dispute?
Yeah. He done took him the cord or whatever too, or some shit, whatever it was. That's what he said.
Fucking popped 2 pigs yesterday, or not before last.
Mhm.
We went and got these pigs from Katie. Me and Jerry did, and Nick. We got Mama's house about ready to drop piglets.
What do you mean, wild pigs?
No. Well, the 2 of the small ones and 2 of the big ones had got out of the pen, so we went out and shot them. Well, we got both the small ones back in. We shot the 2 big ones. One of the big ones was pregnant too.
What, there was normal pigs?
Yeah. Well, they're normal pigs, and then fucking goddamn, he cleaned one of them, got it gutted, and he hit it and all that, and then he's brining it right now, salt water, and
Yeah.
he went to cut the other one open, felt babies in the gullet, and then fucking ended up pulling out a whole bunch of fucking worms, so we had to go haul that motherfucker off.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, about 100 pounds of fucking meat.
You raised them, I guess?
Yeah, Katie and them was, but they got out. They just run rampant. Well, they got over in the cemetery over in Wolf across the street and started rutting up the things. So Sheriff told them they ain't rid of them.
Oh, you eating dead bodies?
No, they were just rooting around. They was rooting up the whole cemetery.
Oh, they're domestic pigs.
Yeah, so Jerry went out there and popped one of the small ones yesterday. Took it, and the other small one, the other big one, fucking took off. Kept finding us, and well, fucking. I guess you see them, just fucking shoot the motherfuckers and tell Jerry to come and get it.
Huh. They got out and they just ran wild, basically.
Yeah, fucking Mama's house, the one that's about ready to pop, she's just fucking content where she's at in the pen.
You don't care.
And Nick did make a very good pen.
Well, pigs are, they're, supposed to be really, pigs are supposed to be real smart.
Yeah, I know, person was convicted.
Hell, her, Denise's dad was like, hell, just put your plug in, because I remember that tire had a flat in it.
Uh-huh.
So I went ahead and just put a, what do you call it in there? Plug, yeah, the plug, you see right here. I plugged it the other day.
At least it was up there about the tread anyway.
Yeah.
I had to plug one of my tires too, go back.
I haven't checked it yet. I had put 35 pounds of air in it. Oh man. Well. Holy shit. That's what I'm talking about. Being gotta go use the restroom too. 1,200 viewers on TikTok. Isn't that crazy? On this one, I can't tell because it don't show. It shows a viewer count, but it don't show the actual viewers. I know people's on here because you can see people writing. But anyway, it's been almost an hour.